am coming to you live from inside the grain bin. You can see that there's the top where the corn comes in, and you can see it funneling out there to go out the auger. And I got the door opened up, so there's a sweep arm that will come in later. So all I got to shovel is just this little mound here. So then the sweep arm, there's an attachment point. When that sump opens up like that, then the arm attaches there, and then it just runs around the bin, pulls all the corn into the center. Hey guys, it's cleanup day kinda. I got to get the auger parked. We're done hauling corn for the spring. Get the auger parked. I got my old corn dryer out on the field. I got the bean head out in the field, the combine where I want to seed for pasture, so I got to get all that stuff cleaned up. I want to get hooked up to the field cultivator. The guy that spread the lime last year, it was super muddy. He spread lime. He felt horrible. He made some ruts in some of the fields, and then finally he decided to stop. But I have a few ruts to fix. Nothing major, more pain in the ass and more of an aesthetics thing. So I'm gonna dust that field up with the field cultivator, then get the broadcast seed out there, and then hit it with the mulch master, just the rotary hoe part of the mulch master to stir them seeds into the soil a little bit. And then that field's done and underway. But let's get some stuff cleaned up first. So I gotta move the combine. I can't put it back in the shed. I get laughed at quite a bit because to get the combine in the shed, I had to cut the door taller. Well, the only way I could cut the door taller was stand on the combine. And so I just stood on the combine and sawed up and across and down. I get a little laughing at from the neighbors for that, but at the time it's all I could do. I didn't have a ladder, and one of these days I'll rent a man lift and clean that up, but that shed don't have too many years left. It was built in the 40s. The rafters are starting to break. There's a couple that are broken in there. It don't have too many years left, and we'll have to replace it, but yeah, I find that funny. So for now, we're gonna have to leave the combine outside. I hate doing that, but I got them all opened up so water can go through the grain tank without rotten grain in it. All the elevators are opened up. I'll have to put it out in machinery row for now, because we got planter to get in and out during the planting season. I'd rather have the combine sit outside than the planter sit outside. So for right now, that's just how it's gonna have to be. Yeah, and then this summer, after crops are in, then I'll figure out how to get the planter and the grain cart and the combine of what can go where kind of deal. So yeah, let's get the combine moved. Well, there's some of that sulfur that PA Farms was talking about. You gotta love them old A and P series pumps. Lift our head up. Put them in gear. Just keeping it idle for now. I don't know where I'm gonna put it. This summer, that chopper box, I don't know if I said it in the other video, that used to be a great chopper box, and then it went over to a neighbor to get borrowed, and that's kind of how it came back. I don't 100% blame them. The roof got ripped off because there was just a hellacious storm that got a hold of it, and it literally just ran the wagon backwards a few hundred yards until it hit something, and then it ripped the roof off. But then when they rolled it down the hill, they rolled it off their silage pile. That was a little frustrating because it busted up some of the frame and stuff. So I don't know what we got going on there with that wagon. Kind of frustrated because it was a nice wagon. Unhooked the grain cart for the first time since October. That's the nice thing about not needing to do fall tillage is a guy doesn't have to be jumping around equipment all the time. So let's get hooked up to the digger. Been several years since I've even used this thing. I had to check all the tires and grease it. I got the wing wheels. I used as spare tires for the planter, so I gotta get them put back on. Yeah, all right. last pass, and then we'll go get the cover crop seed and spread some seed, and then we'll get the mulch master and we'll work it in. There's our mix. I got the mighty lawnmower and the little broadcaster. For these little test plot stuff, it works out fantastic. We got our clover, alfalfa, rape, radish, and oats in here. And well, let's go spreader and see what happens. Now this is farming. This is funny, this poor little tractor. Spreading out there, and then we'll take the mulch master and we'll just use the rotary wheels to incorporate it and smooth the field out a little bit. But yeah, for a little couple acre test plot, not a bad way to go. This is a great example of you know, guys, this is what I'm talking about, of how simple a test plot of cover crops can be. A lawnmower and a $500 spreader, you can easily seed 3 or 5 acres down rather quickly, you know, quote unquote quickly. It's a nice sunny day. Can't do other field work. What have I got to lose? A couple hours of my time, and so yeah, we'll see what happens. And the blade plow on it. The blades themselves really aren't touching the soil. I'm just using the incorporating wheels to smooth the soil so it looks nice and pretty and smooth. And I get rid of the lawnmower wheel tracks. Hard to do this one-handed. Boy, that thing, boy, I'd bring the race sled down that smoothness. Ha! So now we wait. Now we just wait and see what comes up, I guess. You guys, when I talk about how our soil dries up, so this is where I scratched with the digger this morning, about 4 hours ago, and I hit it with the mulch master, and look at the field. The field ain't black and wet. It's dry. It's dry already. You got an inch deep cloud, and there's moisture inside. If I was no-tilling this field to corn, I would be planting today on April 25th, and everybody else would be sitting around thinking, oh, I need to get my soil warm and dry. This field's ready to go if we were going into corn, except for that big rock there. Yeah, that's how quickly our soil gets dry. We go from cold and wet to hot and dry that quick. Yeah, so just so you guys can see, I mean, it just turned to powder already. If we don't get rain in a couple days, this field would be extremely dry. That's the whole point of going to this no-till cover crop kind of sustainable type farming I'm trying to learn, is to save my soil. All right, guys.